Who would have ever thought that this little guy could cause so much chaos? Meet the Pudgy Penguin, a new vanity from the 2025 Xmas event within PokeMMO that you achieved by turning in 120 swarm Pokemon to the Elfbot NPCs around the main dock cities. Keep in mind that this activity is literally one of the best moneymakers in the event and the activity that most players are doing. It's really simple and easy to grind. You just go catch some swarm Pokemon, turn them in specifically to these NPCs, and then you get rewards like mysterious balls, which are worth good Pokeyen right now and can be opened for higher shiny rates. And after turning in 120 of these, you get a bonus reward in the Pudgy Penguin. Now, this is not a new thing. They actually did this in previous years with the Froggy Vanity recently during Halloween. When you turned in enough swarm Pokemon, you would get yourself the Froggy Vanity, another cute little animal atop your head. You might notice though, currently you can go over to the GTL and find some Froggy Vanities on the item market. You cannot find any Pudgy Penguins. That's because the item had to be hotfixed to be made untradeable. Who would have guessed that there would be such a game-breaking bug that the developers had to go in and confiscate potentially hundreds of Pudgy Penguins? You see, what happened was the first people to reach 120 swarm Pokemon turned in, which means they would have been grinding from Christmas Eve well into Christmas morning, maybe even at 5 to 7 a.m. Those players and grinders came to the realization that every single time you turned in 3 more swarm Pokemon after you would get a Pudgy Penguin, you would get another Pudgy Penguin guaranteed. This effectively meant infinite Pudgy Penguins. It was kind of a soft duplication method. And as you can imagine, people started trying to hoard as many Pudgy Penguins as possible and throw them up on the GTL as fast as they could. Even going as far as to record the footage to make sure we could document this bug. Normally with a vanity like this, you're only supposed to get 1 per account, but people were getting 4, 5, 6, and potentially even more very, very quickly. I'm not very good at math, but thankfully the math is very simple. If 100 people all get 1 Pudgy Penguin, that's 100 Pudgy Penguins put into the game. If 100 people get 6 Pudgy Penguins, that is 600, 6 times the amount of Pudgy Penguins put into the game. That cannot be good for the Pudgy Penguin economy. The PokeMMO developers had to step in immediately before the Pudgy Penguin market was ruined forever. They even had to temporarily ban players for what I'm assuming were just a few minutes to lock them out of their accounts so that they could go in and take their penguins. They then had to rush to fix the bug and then make the Pudgy Penguin untradeable for the foreseeable future until they can get things straightened out. And make sure that absolutely every duplicated Pudgy Penguin is off of the market for good. Now, how will this affect the Pudgy Penguin legacy? Will it become tradable again? Will it stay untradeable forever? What will its price be if it becomes tradable? Will it be looked back at as a weird bugged vanity, or will it just fade into nothingness as a cute little fella in PokeMMO? Only the future holds those answers, but I am so happy to wake up this morning and deliver you guys the story of the Pudgy Penguin situation. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like on it, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day, follow me on Twitch for streams throughout the Christmas event, tons of grinding and live callouts. My Discord's down below if you're interested in joining a community that loves this game, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, allowing things like this to happen with YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations, it really does keep the lights on. And finally, a huge shout out to people like Magic Genie, Park, and anybody who's in my Discord actively talking, anybody whose name was featured in a screenshot in this video. You make things like this possible. It is because of modern era PokeMMO players recording and screenshotting things that we can even tell stories like this that would otherwise be lost to time, which is what happened to so many stories and so many bugs like this back in 2013 when I started playing. It's just another reason why it's never been a better time to play PokeMMO. So thank you guys again for watching, but for now, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, Reno. Also, one last final shout out over to Epoch, whose really innovative, interesting, and entertaining style of PokeMMO videos heavily inspired the formula and title and thumbnail for this video. He is heavily, criminally underrated. Go subscribe to him, check him out. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.